Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Hey, the Johnson and Royal family, thank you for coming back. Thank you, Kyrie. Say it, Kyrie. I always miss your lives. I'm here waiting for this one ahead of time. Hey. Hey guys, so on this channel, y'all know what we do. We do reality TV news and gossip and trendy topics. We're going to be talking about Meri Brown. I feel so bad for Meri, you guys. Her and her boyfriend, Amos, they are broken up. And honestly, the reason behind why they're broken up is pretty sad. It's because of the media. Meri just debuted her boyfriend like a month ago on her Instagram account. She was so happy, so giddy. He was a nice looking guy. He seemed to be a good guy. I watched the lives that she did with him, and you could tell like they had chemistry. You could tell she really liked him. But it seems that the media digging into his life, coming out with things, posting things that weren't true, really got to him, and that was too much for him. So, hey, Abby, thank you for coming. So glad to catch this live versus replay. Yes, Abby. Oh, Abby, you've been a member for 14 months. So, hey. So yeah, I'm really sad to see this because as soon as Meri announced that she had a boyfriend, like the next day, it was out that he had been married before, that he had filed bankruptcy before. And I don't know. I just listen, people fall in love, people like people, they gravitate towards people. And just because a man gravitates towards a woman that's on TV, does that give everybody the right to just dig into their lives like that? Like that much? I don't agree with it. I usually don't put out stuff like that unless it's already out. Like if it's already out there, then I might talk about it. But I will always say, like, hey, I'll always kind of like defend them, like, in saying, like, people shouldn't put that out. You know what I'm saying? The media is so brutal. It doesn't make sense. He had no idea what he signed up for. Now, Meri and her friend Jen did try to tell him. They're like, listen, like, once we announce it, like, they're going to dig into your life. And he thought he was ready for it. But I don't think you can understand the gravity of the media until you're in the whirlwind of the media coming for you, trying to expose you, trying to find out everything about you. Y'all, I mean, I've said this before, like just being on YouTube and having people dig into my life, and it's nowhere near that. It's nowhere near what somebody like Meri Brown's boyfriend is going to go through. But I've had people dig into my family and dig into my life, and it's very uncomfortable. It's weird. You know what I'm saying? People look into my sister and stuff like that. It's just very weird. It doesn't really make sense. Did they both publicly say they have had a bankruptcy? They did say that after it was put out. So it was put out, and then they just said, yes, we have. What's the big deal? So they kind of combated it by, acknowledging it and saying, like, listen, it's not a big deal. Everybody files bankruptcy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to read this article really quickly. And then we're going to watch the video where she announced the separation. All right. So Sister Wives Meri Brown confirms that she split from her boyfriend, Amos, after couple receives major backlash. Meri Brown, who is 53, debuted her boyfriend Amos in January, shortly after divorcing her ex, Cody Brown. On Friday, the Sister Wives star posted a new video on Instagram with her friend revealing her new single status. About 15 minutes into the video, she revealed the upsetting reason why she and Amos called it quits. Meri claimed that after she announced their relationship, some of her followers started going crazy. And I don't think she said followers. I think she just said y'all. And she was saying, y'all know who y'all are. Y'all are watching now, or y'all will be watching. She said, y'all went crazy and had to dig into everything, making stuff up, finding truths, merging them together, making up these crazy stories, and trying to make somebody look bad. She went on to explain that was a lot for him to handle because he wasn't used to the limelight. She then confirmed that she and Amos officially broke up last week after a bunch of discussions. Meri also mentioned that breaking up with him was a huge bummer, especially when you really care for someone. She said he's a good person, but we're just not each other's long term person. In the comment section of Meri's video, fans shared their sorrow with the TLC star. One said, I'm so sorry, Meri. My heart goes out to y'all. That's really awful that people have such awful things to say that hurt you and Amos. People can't let each other be happy and live life. I'm sorry to hear y'all broke up. Sorry to hear that y'all broke up. So sorry. Really sad that people just can't stay supportive and stay out of your private life. Sorry to hear that, Meri. Social media is a disease. Thank God for your family and friends to get you through the next chapter of your life. Meri's ex-boyfriend, this is some of the stuff that came out. It's just disgusting. Like, who has been accused of things like refusing to pay child support. One of Amos's ex-wives said that he was controlling and obsessive. Then court documents that was obtained by the son revealed more about Amos's past and his relationship with his second wife. They were married in Las Vegas on February 18th, 1995, when he was 26 and she was 18. They welcomed a daughter 2 years later. The wife filed for divorce in Arizona on August 16th, 2000, and the couple has since been embroiled in a nasty child support battle. Amos was ordered to pay his ex-wife $373 a month in child support beginning February 1st February 1st, 2001 to last until the child's 18th birthday. However, over the next 12 years, Amos's ex-wife claimed that he failed to adhere to court orders. In August 2013, his ex-wife went back to court to file a petition to modify custody, legal decision-making, parenting time, and child support. The ex-wife alleged the father does not make consistent child support payments from the time of the divorce in 2001 until his wages were garnished in 2008. The 7 years of arrears total approximately $10,000, for which the father currently pays $125 a month through wage garnishment. She then continued, the father has been difficult to reach and frequently changes his phone numbers, mailing address, and email addresses without informing the mother, sometimes multiple times a year. She explained that all of this accounted for her not being able to collect child support and requested payment for his share of expenses. His ex also alleged in the court documents that he had refused to contribute to the child's expenses for daycare, medical, dental, and vision and education for the past 12 years, and that she paid for every extracurricular school activity, medical appointments, counseling, braces, classes, contacts, etc. The ex-wife informed the court that in addition to paying for expenses for their child, she also had 3 other children under the age of 10. So the son dug up court records on Amos and put him out there as, a deadbeat dad that doesn't pay child support. I mean, and maybe that's what he is. And I don't know. I'm unsure about this. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it's not some people's business. Like, let Jen do that. Let Jen dig into this man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's very weird. Anyways, I do have the video where Meri went live and she talked about this. So I'm going to go ahead and play it. We will watch it together. Shout out to Bree for getting this to me. I do appreciate you, Bree. As soon as you sent it to me, I was like, oh, and I started working on it. So this is the video of Meri and her friend Jen announcing the breakup, which the public speculated that they were broken up already because on Valentine's Day, a day of love, when you should be posting about your significant other, especially if you're in a new relationship, you're probably going to post about your new boyfriend. She did not. And she hasn't posted about Amos in a couple of, in like, in a minute. She hasn't really posted about him, right? Like she posted about them dating. They went live together one night, and I think she shared like one more picture, and that was it. So she didn't necessarily break up with him. They decided to break up with each other. It was like a mutual discussion, basically, because he was like, I didn't know it was going to be like this. And it was hard for him. Like, as soon as Meri posted about him, people's like, oh, he looks like this. He looks like that. I don't like him. Blah, 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 blah. It was just from jump. And then when this came out about he's been married 3 times, he filed bankruptcy, it just got really bad. Like I was seeing the comments and and then people was posting pictures of Meri photoshopped with other men. And that was a thing too. So they mutually decided to break up. But I think it was just too much for him to handle. So this is the video where Meri and her friend announces the breakup.
Yeah, like there has been so many articles and speculation and people deciding things for me. I mean, they think they decide things for me. She can decide things for me. This is true. But
let me get it off fast speed. Hold on.
Like there's just been a lot. Like there has been so much commentary. And to be honest with you, it's something that I'm used to because it just happens. It can be frustrating at times when people are out there just like being assholes. I mean, I was going to say writing stories
same thing.
About me that may or may not be true, or that may have a little bit of truth and then they just expound on it. And it's something that I'm fairly used to because I've been in the public eye for a lot of years. The hoodies say, somebody's asking me, just FYI.
Apparently we're trouble when we are together.
Who knew? I got these for us for Christmas. Anyway, I will tell you, after I made my post on my birthday last month about that I was dating Amos, of course, y'all went crazy.
Not maybe you all, but some.
But y'all who
there.
are going to watch this, even if you're not at this moment, you know who you are. And y'all went crazy, and you had to dig into everything, make stuff up, find truth, merge them together, make these crazy stories, you know, and try to make somebody look bad. Like, and that's really not cool.
It can mess with somebody, especially like if they're not used to this.
Yeah,
it can really mess with people.
It really messes with people's head, and it was really hard. It was really hard for Amos. It was a lot of like we had to have a lot of conversations to get through some of that stuff, because it's just not cool. You know what I mean? So I will say though that last week Amos and I did have a bunch of discussions, and we decided to stop seeing each other. So there's that. So even though the articles, there's a bunch of articles that were saying it like prior to that, and so no, they were not true. It was based on nothing except for assumptions and speculation, and
which doesn't help a relationship.
No, it doesn't. It messes with it when people like stick their fingers in things and mess with it. Like it does not help. So I don't appreciate that actually. Like I just don't appreciate people doing that. So anyway, but yes, I did have to come to a point. He and I, you know, had conversations, and we just agreed that it just wasn't going to be a long-term thing. So,
which is such a freaking bummer.
It is a huge bummer. Yeah. Like it's a huge bummer, especially like when you really care for somebody. Like our last conversation, like the last time that we talked, both of us were like, I really care about you. Like we do. We care about each other as humans. And we just realized that we're like, it's just best to not.
I love you.
What?
Fucking around with stuff so much. You hate yourself.
I'm
in control. I'm like all close hands. I'm not the touchy one.
She's not touchy. She's not touchy. She's a really good friend, and she hugs me though when I'm sad.
Yeah, that's about it. I'm like, listen, do you need a hug on a scale of 1 to 10?
On a scale of 1 to 10.
If it's not 30, I'm not hugging.
But yeah, like there you go. Anyway, so yes, it's very sad. I still care about him. He still cares about me. He's a good person. We're just not each other's long-term person, right? So
it takes a lot. So like, what's gonna happen now that like you've announced it? All of a sudden, some random dude's head will be photoshopped onto a photo, and that'll be the next person that she's secretly married.
Right.
And if she's seen with my husband at Home Depot, guess what? She'll be married to him.
Be married to him.
And if she sees one of our other contractors or something out, you know, where they were together, she's going to be dating him. Like even well before, and it was kind of funny because like there was like a picture of the back of his head with you once, like that months ago. But then like a couple days later, one of your friend's husband's face was photoshopped onto a photo.
Yep.
And all of a sudden she had secretly married him. But like, here's the thing: if there's a real relationship and there's like all these fake photoshops, that can really mess with like the real people involved. And I think I think it's really hard.
Yeah.
Like,
well, and to be honest with you, like, okay, so here's the thing: the reason why I wanted to make that post last month on my birthday, saying that I was dating. That's what I was saying. I was dating Amos. We were, you know, like having this dating relationship, right? And it was like speculated that like next month we're gonna get married or whatever, right? Like, no, I never said that. I said that we're dating.
I will literally say she made the announcement that they were dating, and like a week or two later, I saw a YouTube video of them photoshopped in wedding attire saying that they got married. And I'm like, people literally believe this? And it's crazy. People do believe it. Because in the comment sections, it's like, oh, I'm so happy for her. I'm so happy for her. And I'm like, ugh. All the original ladies have left Cody. It's only Robin at this point.
And guess what? I'm gonna date again. You know, and like I wanted to be able to say that I was dating so that
it became
everybody else didn't like put it out there and say it for me that I was dating. Like if it comes from me, it's true, right? Okay.
Sona has a lot of feelings about this too.
Okay. You're okay.
But you should be able to drive. You should be able to drive too. You should be able to date. You should be entitled to your privacy. Yeah. Whether or not you're on a show, there should still be some room for privacy.
You think?
So unfortunately, it can be really hard. You know, I mean, until she came out as straight and started dating Amos, we were, you know, drunk lesbians who were going to run off every other day. It was lots of fun for my poor husband.
Yeah, poor guy.
He's like, well, you guys do act drunk. So.
I mean,
we're not.
Sometimes we do.
We're just ridiculous. So, but you should be able to date
without like judgment or like, oh my gosh, you're dating. So the next thing is you're getting engaged and you're going to get married.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, no, like I'm going to take my time. And here's the thing. I've actually seen like criticism about me for dating Amos.
Right.
I've seen criticism about me for breaking up with Amos. I've seen criticism just on
Jesus, you haven't even announced until tonight, but they're already
right.
criticizing
That's my point. That's my point.
Yeah.
And I've seen criticism to Amos for dating me and for breaking up with me. I mean, it's weird. Like people have said, "Oh, good."
So there should be no new articles. They've already been written before they.
No, there was one that I saw last week that was like, "Oh, good for him. He dodged a bullet about me." Okay, you know what I mean? Like it's just the weirdest thing. It's like I'm going to date until I find my person. I'm going to,
and you need to take the time. There is nothing wrong with dating and taking as much time as you need. Like it's okay. So happy girl, can you ignore the criticism? Is what she asked.
I can.
She can.
Or
Most of the time. You guys, though, it can be really hard. Like, it's not like just what's on here, right? It's articles that people who are like, even like well-doing will send to you, and then they're emailed to you, and then send you links, and they tag you in things, and they private message you. It can be a lot. It can be a whole lot. And someone is constantly like in your face, and then somebody who's not used to the public eye is all of a sudden being bombarded with bullshit. And it just becomes
like that's gonna mess with them.
Yeah.
Like, and it did.
Yeah.
You know, like it's and it just like it's really just really sad for anybody that might date me, to be honest with you.
It's so sad for anyone who might date you.
I mean,
it's sad for not only the people that date her, but for her as well. It's literally sad for her as well. And maybe that's one of the reasons she hesitated so long to leave Cody, because she knew, okay, I mean, I don't want to be in this type of relationship forever, but if I leave Cody and then start dating someone else, they're literally going to be in the public eye. Hey, Christy, thank you so much for becoming a member and joining the LB family. So that it's not, it doesn't only suck for them, but it sucks for her too. At this point, I think the media just should leave it alone. If she finds another guy, let her best friend do the digging. You know, it's not, I don't know, like I feel kind of conflicted because I'm like, well, what if they are a bad guy? What if they are horrible Debbie dad, you know, not paying their child support, denying kids and married 11 times, but didn't tell you about all of them and all of this stuff. Like, you know, sure, I'm sure she would want to know, but at the same time, she's 53. I don't know, like a part of me is like, let her figure it out or let her friend do the digging. You know, that's what I used to do. Literally, that's what I used to do. Like my friend got a new boyfriend. I'm like, all right, we got to look him up on Facebook. We got to look him up here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're looking him up. Digging. The media don't need to do that. Like, I think I don't know. Like, I think that's too much for a person to go through, for a private person who's never went through anything like this to go through, to have outlets writing stories, quoting your ex-wife. Like, and let me tell you something. Me and my husband was talking about this today. How the term narcissist is just used so much with everything. Like, every time a man divorces a woman, the man says she's a narcissist. Every time the woman divorces a man, he's a narcissist. I am taking a psychology class, right? And in my psychology class, it literally said that the term narcissist and people accusing people of being narcissists was not even a thing like 20 years ago. It just become a super popular thing to call people a narcissist. You know what I'm saying? But that really the percentage of people that are actually diagnosed narcissists is not that much. Like now, like everybody's a narcissist. I know you do, Kelly. I know you do. You know, like nowadays though, it's like everybody's a narcissist. And listen, I know a couple that I think are probably, if they're not a narcissist, they got issues. You know what I'm saying? But I got them too. So, anyways, but yeah, so we were just talking today about how like everybody's got something, and like, of course, his ex-wives are probably going to speak ill about him. He got 3 or 4. At least one of them's going to say something bad. You know what I'm saying? Most narcissists don't go diagnosed, and that is probably true because they probably don't think there's a problem. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like so wild that I don't know, like there's always like somebody that wants to drag you down. Thank you, the Johnson and Royal family. Good night. Um, you know, my husband said that a lot of people have narcissistic tendencies. A lot of us do. a lot of us, I guess including myself, a lot of us care a lot about ourselves and we want to look good and we may put ourselves ahead of the next person. You know what I'm saying? I mean, why go get diagnosed if you're great? That's true. I'm not saying that about Amos, just in general. Right. I agree. But it's just crazy that like, I don't know. Like the media is just I don't like it. I don't like it. Let's continue.
only if they go public.
Only if they go public. You know what? Or only if we get spotted out in the wild and they take a picture and
This morning,
seriously.
my daughter was okay. Sorry, I have to change subject really
Dog
quick.
hair on
Speaking of
my-
out in the wild,
Uh-huh.
so like the principal of the school like comes out and he like greets all the kids, and my daughter, as we're walking up, is using a British accent and like National Geographic narrating. She's like, and there he is, spotted in the wild, waving to children as they walk.
About
to
the
school.
principal.
Yes, I was like so perfect. So you said like in the wild, I saw National Geographic.
That's so
So,
funny.
but yeah, and so you need to meet people and get to know people and find out everything that is perfect for you. Yeah, and I'm here for it. Like, there's gonna be lots of great guys, but is it gonna be the right great guy? It's gonna take a lot.
There's a lot of good people out
I
there.
think she deserves perfection. So you guys, I might be the problem. I'm gonna be like, no.
I mean, anybody I date does have to be approved by you.
This is true.
So,
This is
hands on
true.
that.
Like
So,
it's like it's a family affair. We're like, oh, you want to date to marry? Let me look into your background. Provide me with
Her laugh is so funny. She's like, hey.
prescription records.
there you go. Anyway, so there you go. It's official from me. Last week, Amos and I did decide that we were not going to continue our dating relationship. So
There you go. And I'm sorry.
thank you. I'm sorry too.
And even though I'm looking for perfect for her, I know you're not looking for perfect for you because like we talked about that earlier.
No, I'm looking for perfect for me.
Yeah,
But
but
that
it's not-
doesn't mean like perfection because relationships take work. Like I'm not perfect. I mean, there was things, in the 4 months that I was dating Amos that like I realized about myself that I can improve on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like so.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And there you go. Like your idea of perfect still means everyone comes with a past and a history and all that. fun stuff.
Yes. Listen, I am 53 years old. I have a past.
I love how confidently you say that. Like I'm like
I
I'm
I
years
love
old.
it.
I'm so
Y'all,
proud
I
of
am
you.
53.
She does not look anywhere near that.
Thank you.
I'm impressed.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have no problem saying my age. So
Yeah.
anyway.
Well, me, I do.
Oh,
You're gonna need what?
are you gonna ask me when I'm gonna start dating again?
Oh, yes. So Meri, please tell our viewing audience. When are you gonna start dating again?
I have no idea.
Now. Just kidding.
Not right now.
Not right this second.
There's things that I'm figuring out on my own, and I'm sure it'll happen sometime when the time is right, but I am not currently dating. Anyway,
Well, I mean, Salt Lake's a big city, and we're gonna be there, so.
I mean,
I know
You'll
you
be in
prefer
Florida.
stupid Vegas. Oh
I'm
no,
in Florida.
retire.
How old do you think?
Everyone in Florida is retirement age, unless they're vacationing at Disney World.
Okay. Anyway, I don't know when or who. We'll see. But guess what? I'm gonna date. I'm gonna keep dating.
Mhm.
Okay.
Good for you.
So, I mean, the good news is she's going to date, which is good. But I feel this is going to happen every time she dates. Whatever guy she dates, he's got to be able to withstand the pressure. And if he's got anything in his background, and here's the thing, it ain't even got to be his background. It could be his kid's background, his ex-wife's background, his mama's background, his brother's background, because that's how the media is. They find whatever. I mean, David Woolley, when he came out dating Christine, he's like, oh, he was married before. He has 6 children. His ex-wife, offed herself. So what's wrong with him that his ex-wife would do that? Like, what? What? People suffer mental health problems and they could have everything in life, but still suffer mental health issues. It don't have to be he did something to her. It's just, like I feel for her because I feel like everybody deserves happiness except David Eason and a few others. But anyways, I feel like she deserves it. She deserves to be happy. She dedicated a lot of her time to a marriage, and everyone has a past. Some's worse than others, and it's up to her to decide if that's what she wants to put up with. And she said that he told her all that. Whenever all this stuff came out, she was like, all these articles are coming out, but he already told me this. Like, he already told me he was married. He already told me about the bankruptcy. Like, we already knew these things. So my thing is like, let her decide. Like, don't publicly shame him for everything. Like, my goodness. Like, so I feel bad for her. They literally have been dating like a couple months. She puts it out to the public, and it lasts a month after she puts it out because the public. Because just like that, outlets was blasting every skeleton that poor man had. I think she may be setting the bar too high. You work things through with your significant other. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, there's skeletons in everyone's closet. Exactly. So, yeah. Looking at my notes to make sure there isn't anything else. Yeah, so Meri stopped sharing updates about her relationship a couple weeks ago, and no post for Valentine's Day about him. And now it comes out that they have broken up, and it was basically due to the media. So media, lay off. Like, let these girls. I don't know if you want to dig, maybe reach out to them like, hey, we did a little digging on your new boyfriend. We found some stuff. Do you want to know? And if they say, okay, okay. I don't know, like, I don't know. They could equally attack Meri's past. It's ridiculous. We have a past and a present. None of us are perfect. Exactly. Exactly. Anyways, you guys, that's the deets. I feel sad for her. Meri wants her happily ever after, and it worked so well for Christine. Christine leaves David and leaves Cody and like that. She's got a new man. She's happy, and they are glowing. Like Christine and David, like just went on like another vacation, and they're like posting pictures, like just smiling and like so happy. And I want that for Meri, and I'm sure Meri sees that and she wants that for herself. And it's just like, now she's gonna be like, well, she thinks she's gonna keep on dating, but I feel like yeah. I feel like anybody she gets with, they're gonna dig into them. Ask privately if the person wants to know about what they dug up and so on. Exactly. They clung to each other and didn't give a F what others thought, and that's why it worked. Yeah, I agree. They did. Christine and David did. But I was looking at the video from where they did the questions. I still have it, and you could tell they were just like so happy. Let me see where it is. Uh, We'll watch this and then we'll end it. I got to do some edits and then I got to go to bed. Then I got to go to bed. My aunts are having a little get together for me tomorrow for my birthday. My aunts, my sisters, my cousins. It's like all like a female thing. They're having a little birthday party for me tomorrow.
Do you remember like a week ago when I said, or when we decided that we were going to post this wish list thing, right? And one of the things, like I think it was top on the list, is to have a date with a really cool guy. So we got number 1 checked off. So that was fun. Also, guess what number 24 was? I stopped counting after like 12. I just kept writing. Hi, Donna. I tell you guys, she like is obsessed with him. Hey, Donna, can you just sit? Keep it in your pants, lady. Look at it's Jen. It's Jen. Can you see Jen? Say hi to Jen. I know, all the kissing. Do you want to know what's really funny though? What's really funny is when we kiss, she tries to get all up in our business. It's kind of jealous. I don't know if it's jealous so much. I think she just wants to get in on the party. Yeah. Well, you know, right? Right? That's just called polygamy. That's just called polygamy, right? I don't think that part is polygamy. That's kind of weird because she's kind of like my daughter, so that would be like a really weird. But since I'm going to be a newscaster, I told you I was going ready. So first, Amos, very important question, and I expect full truth in all of these. Dead serious. Are you related to Cody? What? I am not related to Cody in any way, shape, or form. Amos, how many speeding tickets have you had? Oh, wow. What? Speeding tickets? Really? You're naughty. You've had a speeding ticket. I have. Matter of fact, when did I get that? A couple of weeks ago. A couple of weeks ago. Yeah, like 3 weeks ago. Maybe? Yeah, 3 weeks. He was swiftly trying to come and visit me. Okay. Okay. Amos and Meri, at the same time, how many bankruptcies have you had? One. Boom. There you go. Okay. No. Bankruptcies are not a big deal. How long ago was yours? 5 years ago. Mine too. Listen. Hey, Meri, what is Amos's favorite sport? Hockey. Correct. Amos, what is Meri's favorite sport? Basketball. You know what? It's a toss-up between basketball and baseball. Okay. Yeah. So, so 50-50. 50-50. Yeah. There you go. Good answer. Good answer. Okay. There's a lot of speculation about how good of friends you guys really are. Care to fill us in, Meri? I mean, I like baseball. Which base is your favorite? Have you been through all the bases? Has there been a home run? I thought first base was the only one that mattered. Well, the last 10 years could have done that to you. It's all I'm used to, so. But not anymore, right? Are there like a lot of home runs? Like, is there like a wave? I mean, there is a potential. Oh my goodness, can we stop? Good. Yeah, like, let's stop. Amos, what's your favorite shape? Favorite what? Shape? What is your favorite shape? Circle. We are not saying that. No, we don't say things like that. I don't know what's going on.
Y'all, I'm so sad for them. Honestly, watching this back, like I've never seen her this giddy with Cody. I just love it. And he was just like all for, like, not understanding why they were laughing the whole time, but was like, are you sure? Like, he didn't know if they were laughing at his expense or like, I'm so sad, Meri. Like, get back with him if you think he's a good guy. Like, don't let the media do it. Stand your ground, you know? My birthday was the 16th of this month. I don't know if I worked on my birthday. Oh, I didn't. I think I took off that day. I think I worked the next day. I don't remember. But because yesterday we went out with my family with like me, Sean, and the kids and all of that. And like it was me, Sean, all of our kids, Caden's girlfriend, and some of my son's friends, and then Paris and Caden's other brother from their dad. Because my older kids, Paris and Caden, they have another sibling on their dad's side. They don't get to see that often. So I called his mom and was like, hey, can y'all come so they can see their brother? So he was there. But that was it was mainly for my son's birthday. We went to Altitude, a jumping place, right? It was kind of like for me as well. On my birthday, that weekend, last weekend, me and Sean went out. He took me to get my nails done, and we went and ate crawfish, and it was just me and him, and we had a nice time. But tomorrow, my like aunts and all of my cousins, they're throwing me a party just like for the females. You know what I'm saying? Which is really, really. I thought you already had. I was so confused, so I figured I better cover my bases. Yeah. I'm sure you told me like the other day. I'm sure. He even passed the circle test. I mean, he said his favorite shape was a circle. She's like, not say that. But yeah, I thought this was like the cutest live when they came out. You could see how, I don't know. I just saw the chemistry there. They were laughing the whole time. I loved it. You have the same birthday as my friend. Oh, love it. Birthday twins. Thank y'all. So yeah, I probably won't be working tomorrow unless something like big happens. If something big happens, if something drops, I might get on here before or after and drop you guys a little info or something. I don't know. I will say I've heard some more rumblings about stuff that's going on out there, but it's nothing that I can share. But as soon as I get information that I can share, you guys will be the first to know. Oh yeah, I recall you talking about getting your nails done. Yes. Anyways, I love you guys. Like, share, subscribe. Send prayers to Meri and Amos because man, I'm sure this has been a rough road for him. You know what I'm saying? Also, I see new faces in here. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. I would really enjoy to have you in this community. I'm trying to hit 100K this year. Literally, my kids have been asking me for like 2 years, where's your plaque? When are you going to get your plaque? And I'm like, I don't know. So help a girl get her YouTube plaque if you don't mind. I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.